Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, when Ruto get outside there and give speech, he always look forward to get a standing ovation. Just to see people standing up and clapping for him. Just to see people excited because of his speech. But what he was not aware is that the same people have been looking carefully to see back home where Ruto is coming from. How is he treating Kenyans? And the worst is coming out. And now the world is coming out. Other leaders in other countries are now exposing William Ruto. That this is a president who has oppressed his own people. That Ruto is the problem in Kenya. That Ruto is a man who will never walk the talk. He only comes to give rhetoric statements. Just statements to make people happy. But what he forgets is that you have to walk the talk for people to take you serious. So even those who have been taking Ruto serious in his speeches, they will no longer take him serious because they are learning that he's a man who will never walk the talk. The lies that he had mastered and selling here in Kenya, Ruto had taken those lies internationally. But now it is backfiring because there in the international, people are now watching his moves in terms of how is he operating. Before you talk like a Pan-African, the question is, are you walking the talk? Are you behaving like Pan-African? Are you treating your people like a Pan-African? Are you for Africa indeed? Or you are just for your own business looking for populists? The fact is that Ruto is looking for populists. He wants to be popular in Africa. He's campaigning for himself. But the truth is emerging. And there is a guy here who is asking all these questions. He is telling those people who are seeing Ruto as a leader who stand for Africa to go and ask Kenyans, are they happy with the leadership of William Ruto? Ask Kenyan people. And the fact is that if you ask even me, I will tell you that I am not comfortable with the leadership of William Ruto because of obvious things. We have been oppressed completely. Many of our youth have lost jobs. Many of us have lost business. The environment of doing business has been poisoned by William Ruto's policies. So he does not stand for the people, but for himself.
I don't just look what the president says and started praising you. I look what you are doing to your peoples in your country. Kenya president, Ruto. Why everybody is saying, no, Ruto is good? Because what Ruto was saying on media, we believe that Ruto is good. Go and ask Kenyan peoples how Ruto is treating them. How Ruto is not doing nothing for that country. Because Ruto will sit and speak like a Pan-African and we believe that Ruto is doing well for his own peoples. Go to Kenya or ask Kenyan peoples. Trust me. Ask Kenyan peoples. I watch Ruto videos, most of his interviews. Ruto, of course, when he do interview, he speak well, but is he doing well? No. You speak well, but you are not doing well. What is the benefit of speaking well? When you speak well, you have to do what you are saying. But Ruto will sit in American interview or UK or Canada, started blabbing. And we believe what he is saying. Right. Whatever Ruto was saying on media was something that when he is like that, it will be good. But Ruto was not speaking. Was not doing what he was always saying, emphasizing. So Ruto is just speaking. But when he go back to his country, he's suffocating his own peoples. Kenyan people are suffocating from Ruto hand. But Ruto is always telling you that Africa have to be this, Africa have to be this, free visa, that, free visa, that, free visa, that, free visa for African, this, that. That's not what we need. I'm telling you. As any African, that's not what we need, please. I would want people to understand my point. Why do I say when Ruto says I have free visa for Africans? That's not what we need. If Ruto wants free visa for Africans, we want these African leaders to come together as one peoples and build up their own foundation as African Leaders Foundation and started making every free border for all. If only Ruto says Kenya free visa, then still Africa is not free. Only one country free in 54 countries. Is that continent free? That continent is not still free. But Ruto is just preaching good and doing bad in Kenya. That is Ruto, President Ruto for you, Kenya president. Ruto is speaking good, but doing bad in his country. Ruto is #1 problem in Kenya, if you don't know. Because I saw many people send me the short video of Ruto where he's speaking like a Pan-African. Hey, they told me that, brother, this man is this man is very good, this man is doing well, this man is speaking the truth. Speaking the truth is not a problem. Are you acting that way as a leader? But ask Kenyan peoples. Trust me, if you post some video in media today to say that is Ruto good or bad, you will receive more bad than good. Why? 75% of Kenyan citizens are not in support of Ruto because they are suffering. So Ruto is just speaking out as a great man, but Ruto is a bad man.
Now we are continuing this panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, you heard that statement clear that Ruto speaks like a great man, but he is a bad man. It is true. When he speaks, his words are very sweet and attractive. Ruto is a good orator. But now, when it comes to implementing what he has spoken, that's where the problem starts. And you heard that man saying that 75% of Kenyans do not like Ruto. They hate Ruto. They are not in support of William Ruto. That is true, and in fact, that number is bigger than 75. Majority of Kenyans, including even those who voted for Ruto, they have been betrayed and they are pissed off. Because of that, they no longer support William Ruto. Many of them, if we give them another chance, they are going to protest on the ballot. Because what they are learning is that we have a man whom you cannot waste your time trusting anything from him. If he tell you anything, treat it as a mere political statement that can never be implemented. That's Ruto. So he took his lies internationally. And now the world has been studying Ruto. So they are coming with a conclusion. And this video has summarized the real William Ruto and the situation here in Kenya. You speak like a man who wants to defend Africa. But in your own country, all you are borrowing from, it is what IMF and World Bank is advising you. Add more taxes, remove this subsidy, add this, treat Kenyans like this. How do you become a Pan-African when World Bank and IMF are the ones advising you, but you don't listen to the taxpayers who give you this money to do project, or even who gives you the power to go and borrow? He has completely failed Kenyans. Sasa kama alikuwa anafikiria kwamba ile uongo anaenda kuambia watu huku nje watasikiza tu uongo yake, wakubaliana na yeye na mambo ikuwe hivyo. Sasa habari ndio hiyo. And the man speaking there, he looked like a military guy. But these are the people who stand for Africa, who speak for Africa, who are looking forward to see Africa growing, who are looking forward to see the neocolonialism ending. Then you have people like Ruto who come here and there. They are being micromanaged by the West, simply because these are the same individual who put Ruto in power. So Ruto will never walk the talk. It is true Kenyans are suffering. We are suffering because of the policies that Ruto put into measure by force, through even intimidation. Members of parliament were intimidated. Those who are cheap were bought. And those who are stubborn, these people were threatened, they were harassed, they were intimidated, they had no any position but to go and vote in favor of Ruto because they are also corrupt. Ukipingana, they wave your file. Hivi tu wanafanya hivi. Wajua uko na kesi. So, Ruto is now exposed internationally. Now other people are speaking about the positive, the negative side of William Ruto. That there is nothing good that can come out of Ruto. When he treat his position or his speech as just normal and some noise. You take it serious, you suffer. You will suffer because you will feel betrayed by William Ruto. So instead of taking Ruto serious, that you feel betrayed, understand the man Ruto.